Okay, carrying on where we left off in the last video. Again, apologies, the last one was a little bit short, but we need to head over. Right, I guess. They're quite good in telling you where to go. It's really sweet like that. And then what do we get them? Powers, energy recovery. Energy recovery speed 17%. And I'm not using much energy at the moment.
There it is again. Our welcome message.
Good stuff in there at some point. The janitor. Okay, shoot through. Man, this adaptive trigger is brilliant. I'm loving it. I know, it's the best part of the game so far, but that's... I don't mean that in a disrespect to the game. House memory. Don't have clearance just yet. Travel costs. Week 83 report. Visited the following Navala accommodations: Desert Sun Inn, Big Sky Motel, Starlight Motel Inn, Out, Aztec Court, Sleepy Bear, Silver Spurs Ranch, El Gato Blanco, A Plus Lodge, accommodation, Gasoline, Minibar. I wonder if a motel called Ocean View is going to be found in Atlantic State. But hey, I guess I'm not paid to think right. And for the record, I again request that you give us the budget to get 2 rooms each night. Agent Rowley and myself are very tired of sleeping in the same room. Boys in the research said performing rituals might help identify any place of power. Drinking these little whiskies is my ritual. That's good. I think I could get away with that at my expenses. Not that we don't really have expenses at the moment. There's pandemic and all of that jazz. Oh, that voice is just grating.
It's overpowering.
What? I'm guessing we're not supposed to go that way. Really? Had a little piss around you. Fine. Okay, so the stuff that you already got stays.
There it is again. Our welcome message.
Always good to find out how death is perceived. Make sure we have, yeah, that stuff stays picked up. Can't go that way. My aim is poor sometimes. Hiss barriers. The hiss resonance field is a physical impediment that is difficult to define. Hiss barriers appear as ways to impede escape or access by Bureau personnel. 2 methods have been discovered for lowering them. Destroy multiple concentrated resonance sources found in the vicinity. Destroy the hiss entities in the area. The resonant fields seem to require support for their size and density from other non-connected sources of hiss resonance. Without the ability to draw from these sources, the barrier will fail or fall. Thus, the inactive structure made of the hiss resonance qualify as a conscious being. Does the distinction make any difference when considering the hiss? What does the very act of building walls to prevent our movement tell us about the hiss? What degree is it watching and planning? Run around to see if there's anything we can pick up. Voice is literally. Ugh. I want to go behind. Through there. Unlocked. House memory. Unstable area notice. Due to recent fluctuations in the nearest control point, this area's stability has been downgraded to yellow. Reference chart: green stable, yellow low possibility of unanticipated building shifts, orange high likelihood of unanticipated building shifts, red frequent unanticipated building. Good. So this dead letters. This is the communication that has to find the hot. Not liking this. Machine God. I had a dream, and I built the thing I saw in my dream. A machine that contained God, but not the God as you know or the ones anyone knows. A new God. The machine will be his body, his heart, and his mind. I just made it like the dream showed me. I used the motor from the refrigerator and the coils from my toaster, the fans plus the timing belt from my car's engine, the wheels for my son's skateboard. God can't move yet. The dream said he would learn how to on his own. It's just a beginner's body, like a baby, but a machine instead. God only needs a place to start. Wants to interview me, please contact me at the address on the envelope. My God does not work anymore. My phone does not work anymore, sorry. I had to use the dialing plate on God. A machine coming in. Music's changed. change. I don't think I can change shoulders. By reading. I get a funny feeling I'm about to get ambushed again. Trench dead letter approval. Greetings, Director Trench. I'd like to thank you for approving my request for the Dead Letters Archive. Cataloguing the Bureau's collection of delinquent mail will prove an extremely handy database research teams can use to search for any connections or related topics found among the letters. Aside from the more functional purposes, the archive will show us preserve these windows into authentic human encounters with the paranatural world. The letters came to us from various places and times, gathered by the Postal Service as undeliverable. The Bureau is the perfect home for them. I realise not all the letters contain accounts of genuine paranatural events, but even the erroneous ones allow us insight into how unknown is perceived by real people. Of course, I'll first compile a system to allow us to analyse the letters for any information or suspected connections to AWEs and other altered materials. So thank you again, can't wait to delve into the dead letters. E. Bartwell. The Bartwell. So we're coming down here. More undefined reading. Control point, looks like it. Navigate through the communications depot. Cleanse control points to gain access to fast travel sites throughout the old house. We come up, go in through there. Can't get through here, can we yet? Clearance level 2. Don't have clearance level 2 yet. Now we can. Yeah, so we couldn't come up here before, we had to go down to do that fighting. Teams. Got some more media.
Just look at it. 8 inches wide and capable of storing a whopping 80 kilobytes. Stolen by our friends at the CIA, the disk held the launch codes to Soviet nukes. This is not the disk, of course, but one exactly like it. A perfect fusion of concepts vibrating in the Cold War era collective unconscious. A receptacle. It is a receptacle for dangerous energies to hone in on. And they did. We don't have the details, but when things started flying around the disk, it was transferred to us. It's an object of power. OOP. Oops. Oh, and it can launch things telekinetically through the air. To date, we've launched maybe 3 dozen pencils. And once, we even launched a cup.
Okay. Read.
Communications. We're on the right track.
So, probably want to go up.
Under the conceptual reality behind this is all about. We must want these waves to
Half expected something to jump out of these. Interior.
Object of power. Looks like the hiss has latched onto it. We need to cleanse it.
Crouch. So that's just a side room, nothing of note. Sprint over here. And then up here. Right. Go. Opportunist nuke can launch Alesis. Just to believe director.
It's harder to hear you when I'm here. It's like the channel's been changed. The board's in charge here. They're pyramids in the Bureau seal. Are they really the ones pulling the strings? I'm not their director. I'm no one's director.
Hold L1 to grab highlighted objects, release to launch. Okay, cool. Ah, this has just got interesting. Right. Okay. Oh. Paranatural power. Trophy element.
There you are. You were gone. Cut off. I got it. Just like you wanted, right? This will help me fight the hiss.
Come in here. Boom! I like that. I like this ability. Can't. Nope, still don't have any clearance level, even though we are the boss. I'm reading. Oh, so, no, there's loads of stuff to throw as well, which is good. This Ranger. Rangers are Bureau's well-trained and well-armed expeditionary forces. His corrupted counterparts are equally formidable. Prior to the corruption, Rangers were trained to use a variety of weapons in order to face any threat found during AWE's response or threshold exploration, including submachine guns, assault rifles, and automatic shotguns. This Ranger utilised these weapons as well as the advanced tactics taught by the Bureau instructors. Some of the additional outfitted with Bureau-made body armour. This Rangers have no observed paranatural abilities beyond being protected by a shielding of dense hiss resonance, capable of stopping bullets. Considering the advanced training the hiss rangers are capable of, applying to the situation, is it feasible to consider the human mind still remains intact to some degree, or is the hiss able to tap into the combat training to utilise it? Further observation is required. And the demolitions. Here only allows certain highly trained individuals to handle violent materials and weaponry. Our demolition experts are instructed in the use of explosives, dimensional with distinct physical laws, making them important assets for engineering work, as well as combat situations. This demolition experts are only observe his variations who wield the specially built rocket-propelled grenade, which is designed to identify and track entities once fired, making them a threat. Termination should be prioritized in combat scenarios. RPG man, kill first. I find it remarkable that the hiss restrict usage of the weapons to the Bureau personnel who train specifically for its use. What does that tell us about its behaviour? Can it not pass along new information to corrupted entities? Still too many unknowns. Refer to file report. Please file the floppy disk. Must be contained in a cell. No other loose material. 8-inch. Stolen from Soviet. Yep, so that's off what we got from that. Okay. I'll go through there. Shelter here. House memory. Book Club Samson. I don't usually read a lot of sci-fi, but as far as space operas go, this was alright. The title, unless you go to a bunch of things in the book, I guess, but I thought it was a little vague and stupid. The way the characters kept throwing it around almost like a catchphrase really got annoying really fast. The best part of the story was the space battles. I started with the fixers, obviously, because they had to be the coolest tech, and their motives made the most sense to me. Honestly, I had to choose between some hot booty-toty flowers and guns space hippies or a badass bunch of warriors who go around devouring planets. Like cheap sushi on a Sunday, I know I'm picking. The scene where they invade City Planet could affect the entire population using those brainworms. That space dog fight between those two ace pilots. Sign me the fuck up. Kind of ruined the whole thing for me. Was my favourite character got killed, not even halfway through the story, by getting a battery cylinder launched into space by a gravitational anomaly. Death didn't feel necessary at all. Okay. That has got to be a great place to end a video, right? With a cylinder being thrown through someone's face. About 25 minutes here. Seems a logical place, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.